So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Begley.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. It is a monster matchup, Jim Begley.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
The action has already started. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's been shifted off it. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And the pass is intercepted. Bruno Fernandes. Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes with the cross. And we have our very first corner. Bruno Fernandes goes short. Shapes to shoot! He shifted it to the flank. That's an excellent interception. And now they can spring out of defence. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I've always liked the very all-round capabilities of this fella, Bruno Guimaraes. He's strong, competitive, aggressive without the ball, but one of the better distributors when he's on it. He usually slots into a deep midfield role, linking up with the wide men and centre-backs, but he's just as effective when he gets further up the pitch to find something more telling.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes tries a cross. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Ruben Dias gets across to intercept that. That is ended up in no man's land. Linton. Great vision. Gabriel cuts out the pass. Oh, this looks sharp. So it is still 0-0. Now it's Neymar. He's picked his way through. Diogo Dalot did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Rafael Leao. Plays a sharp little ball here. And they're quick to get it back. Oh, and the shot! They just took too long getting forward.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Portugal have their second corner now. Cristiano Ronaldo! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Bernardo climbs up big. Oh, it rattles the bar. Danilo.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything. Brazil clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
And that is as far as they're going to go. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bernardo Silva. Nice control. Plays the return pass. Douglas Luiz. Joao Pedro. Neymar. Can he get on the end of this? No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's intervened well there. And it's Joao Palhinha. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's come off the upright.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's nice. And he's well positioned here. Shot could be on. Now this could be a takes a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of...
And he shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Portugal get their fourth corner. Gabriel is there and he can get that clear. Neymar. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. To Douglas Luiz. Marquinhos. And it's Guimaraes. Joao Pedro. Now it's Joe Linton. Savinho gets into some space. A great chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Carlos Augusto. Douglas Luiz. Pass somewhat off target. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bruno Fernandes. Marquinhos. And it's Guimaraes. And Savinho. We expected better, and so did he. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Gabriel kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Threads one in. Savinho gets into a good position. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Portugal have been huffing and puffing, but they don't look as if they're going to blow anything away. Their end product is just way short of standard.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And the action is back underway.
Portugal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Douglas Luiz. Mendes gets a foot in here. Bruno Fernandes. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite... Cristiano Ronaldo! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Carlos Augusto. And it's Neymar. Diogo Dalot does well to get it back. Danilo. Plays it through. Well, that pass isn't the best. Gabriel. And it's Joelinton. That has not gone well. Bruno Guimaraes. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Decent chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Marquinhos. Now Carlos Augusto. Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here. And a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
João Pedro really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Portugal are looking to go forward now. Savinho. Bruno Fernandes. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And it's Bernardo Silva. Tries to pass it through.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he cuts out the supply. Now it's João Pedro. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. And he's managed to get free. No, he refuses to take the bait. Cristiano Ronaldo is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Danilo. Not the most accurate pass. Lovely feet. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there. Look, a little variation can't hurt here because they've got no previous.
Bruno Fernandes with the short one. Look at the space here. Cristiano Ronaldo! And that has been cleared. Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Joelinton. Bruno Guimaraes. Distributed tidily. Oh, he's found support out wide. Bruno Fernandes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bruno Fernandes really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Bernardo Silva. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Savinho. Now this could be a Brazilian counter-attack. And once more he proves rigid and robust.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Tries to play it through. João Palhinha. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Brazil have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Lucas Paqueta coming on here as broadly expected.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Bruno Fernandes! Loose ball now and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Shot a goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner count is rising. That's 6. Palhinha plays it short. Can he finish? Goal! Finally the breakthrough.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Portugal have fired themselves in front.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
And it's Mendes. Now it's Rafael Leao, and he's had it nicked away.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. Douglas Luiz. No way through there. Now it's Bernardo Silva.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo reglamentario.
Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's João Pedro. Ruben Dias wins the duel this time. And he has shown him a yellow card. Bruno Guimaraes gets a good foot in there. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Douglas Luiz. And that is that. Portugal have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Cristiano Ronaldo picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.